Hello and welcome back to Let's Play World of Mixed Martial Arts 5. I am 2K, and this is the main card of Gamma 50. Our first match of the main card is going to see PD Mac versus Woody Fierstein. I just said that. Referee is Harry Bierce. Judges are Edward Wild, Ian Rivers, and Benjamin Milligan III. And here we go. They touch gloves in the middle, and Mac is coming out looking to strike. Fierstein lands a weak tentative jab, and a combo that ends with a kick fails to land for Mac. Mac again misses, but he does hit a big right hand at the end there, and a very quick takedown attempt from Mac. And he is able to get the takedown and get side control. From side control, he hits a few quick strikes there on Fierstein, and he's going in for an armbar. And it's deep enough that he has to tap in a minute and a half. PD Mac taps out Woody Fierstein. What a quick and dominant performance here by PD Mac. Giving thanks, PD Mac praises his team at Evolution MMA, his various sponsors, and the fans who came out to support him. He has asked who he would like to face in his next fight, and he brings up the name of Carl Ratcliffe, and he says that would be an interesting fight. He gave a charismatic performance. Our next match is Helio and Mr. Intensity Bruce Steven. Harry Bierce back as the referee. Ian Rivers, Benjamin Milligan, and Reginald Woodhouse as our judges. And here's the opening bell. No touch gloves. Both scumbags. Steven comes in looking for a takedown. And he gets a single leg takedown. Helio pulls guard though. Steven looks to pass guard and get side control, but Helio is able to attempt off of it, and they're scrambling for position. Helio ends up on bottom, and Steven gets the side control after all. And using side control, he raises a leg to launch a knee strike. Helio just waited for that momentary off balance, and they are scrambling again. And Steven is now turtled with Helio on his back. Helio firing away with big punches from the back position. And Steven is stung. He is getting pounded on here as he is landing several good shots from this. And he is just continuing to wreck Steven, as Steven cannot handle it right now. As Helio is just unloading for almost a minute now. But Steven is finally turtled up, finally able to get himself defended here, and able to get to his feet. But what a dominant performance that was, as Helio moves confidently in. Steven looks shook. And he is caught with a left hook from Helio. And I think that hurt him. He's staggering backwards. He's rocked there as Helio knees Steven in the side of the ribs. And he is trying to get everything he could get in while Steven is rocked here. But it looks like Steven has recovered. Helio trying to get him into a Muay Thai clinch. And gets him in. He has him on the back of the head. And he is blasting him with knees to the chest. Steven able to work his way out of it. And muscles Helio up against the cage. He's got Helio up against the cage. Presses him up against the cage. And they remain there for the rest of the round. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bruce Steven is lucky to have gotten out of that round. Yeah, that's a 10-9 for sure. And Steven has some nasty red marks around the rib area. He was taking shot after shot from that back mounted position and up against the cage with the knees. Or, sorry, not up against the cage. Up in the Muay Thai clinch with the knees. We are back for round 2. Theo moves in on Steven. And he is unable to hit the jab, but he hits a roundhouse kick to the body. Another shot to the ribs. He moves in, angling to grapple, but cannot take the initiative is Steven. Helio hits a big left hand. Steven going for a takedown, but Helio takes the initiative first, hits a jab, and then a scything kick to the legs of Steven. And Helio is just aggressively preventing Steven from getting anything going here with his jab. Again, Helio blocks. And again, the jab, and this time a straight left to the jaw. And it's all over. Steven's on the ground. Helio has won in the second round via knockout. What a fight. These main card fights have definitely been producing. Let's see what Helio has to say after the match. Giving thanks, Helio praises his team at Brazilian Academia and his various sponsors and the fans who came out to support him. And he gives a show of respect to Mr. Intensity Bruce Steven, who took him the distance last time, unable to do so this time. Whew. I'm going to take a drink before this. We have Lawrence the Law Herringbone versus Toby the Judoka Hudochokyo Sorkin. Referee is Leo Behan. And our judges are Reginald Woodhouse, Millhouse Twain, and Edward Wild. Fighters both weighed in at 205 pounds, but it is obvious that Herringbone is much bigger at this point in time. We are underway. Touch gloves. Sorkin coming in on Herringbone, looking to unleash some strikes. Herringbone appeared to try and get in close, but Sorkin has the initiative. And he is able to hit a right hand here. Herringbone takes it and shoots in on Sorkin. And he is able to get the single leg takedown, but Sorkin is able to pull guard. He is trying to pass guard his Herringbone. It results in a scramble as Sorkin's trying to stand back up. And it ends with Herringbone grabbing Sorkin and shoving him up against the cage. Trapped up against the cage, he is using double underhooks for control. They exchange some short punches up against the cage. But Herringbone is able to keep Sorkin stuck up against that cage using that wrestling ability. They exchange those short punches to the body. But eventually, Leo Behan is able to step in and get them back to center as they make no progress. Jab hits home from Sorkin, and then he lands a big right hand. They come together in a clinch and start wrestling. Herringbone appears to get the advantage, and he's going to try and wrestle Sorkin backwards and up against the cage. But Sorkin is able to defend it well. Under a minute left. Herringbone's controlling the grapple, but Sorkin tries to scoop him for a slam, and he is able to get him up and slam him down, ending up in guard. Herringbone throws a few weak strikes here from guard, and the clock is running down as Sorkin is being smothered. And that is the round easily for Herringbone. Easily. Here we go in round 2. Sorkin needs to go to work here. He's able to get a 1-2, but Herringbone is able to return. Herringbone shoots in, but it is sprawled out by Sorkin. Sorkin with a left jab and a right cross. Herringbone is able to shoot through it again and take him down. Sorkin pulls guard from the back, but he has left his neck exposed in that takedown attempt, and Sorkin is going to grab a guillotine on the way down. Oh, he got the guillotine, but he cannot get the tap out from Herringbone. And he just did not get all of it. He was trying to squeeze it out of him so badly, but he just did not get it. He has guard. Herringbone is content to throw some body punches, smother him out. He tries to pass guard, but Sorkin's going to use that opportunity to try and get back up. Sorkin is turtled up, facing him. Herringbone pounds away with right hands, hitting several big shots. And he can do nothing to prevent Herringbone from taking his back. And he's unloading with right hands, unable to get past the guard, though. Herringbone pounding away with rights, but still unable to get past that guard. Guard holding strong for Sorkin. Sorkin scrambles up. And it looks like Sorkin's going to take a leg and not really do anything with it and end up on his back pulling guard. He was trying to get that leg lock, but he should have just stood up. And he is peppering Sorkin with short strikes, giving a lot of respect to that submission game for Sorkin. And Sorkin is unable to do anything there as time expires. Another round one for Herringbone. Sorkin will have to end the match. As we are beginning the final round here, Herringbone moves in and throws a punch. Sorkin equal to it. Sorkin seizes the chance and grabs Herringbone into a clinch. Sorkin judo throw here and is able to get it. Herringbone forced to pull guard. Sorkin tries to work past the guard, and he does into half. Sorkin unloading with some right hands, but Herringbone able to defend it from half guard. He's trying to move. Herringbone's trying to move into full guard, but Sorkin blocks. And Sorkin looks to take the opportunity to get side control. And is able to take it. Grabs a leg and is trying to knee bar. But Herringbone able to fight it off. Herringbone moves to guard, but Sorkin does not allow it. Attempting a Kimura here is Sorkin. Sorkin with a Kimura, and he gets it. Herringbone gets caught. Herringbone had the lead, but he gets caught with a Kimura, and he has to tap. And that is it. Toby Sorkin wins the match here via submission, protecting the perfect record. And that was actually a little bit of an upset. Toby Sorkin gives a name check to everyone at Bear Pit, all his various sponsors, then all his friends, family, and supporters. Naming a local club, Toby Sorkin invites everyone along to his post-show winners party to celebrate with him. And he is a really charismatic talker and knows how to sell himself. Dangerous Darren Blood is going to face Alan Flash Kendall. This is a welterweight division fight here with Leo Ban, Edward Wild, Ian Rivers, and Benjamin Milligan III. They touch glove in the middle. Kendall throws a couple quick punches and doesn't hit with either. Fighters going toe-to-toe with strikes, but neither land anything significant in the exchange. They meet in the center and start to strike. As Kendall misses a big right hand, allowing Blood to counter with a left jab and a left hook to the rib. Kendall initiates an exchange of strikes as they hits two left hands, does Blood. Kendall doesn't trouble his opponent with a triple punch combo. They exchange some strikes in the middle of the cage, but nothing landing there. As they step into strike, Blood scores with a jab, but doesn't find the mark with a right hook. Kendall connects with a left hand. Kendall's going to come forward, walking down Blood. Blood hitting a counter left hand here. Kendall cannot connect with his setup strikes, and there is a nice right that lands hard, though. They engage in the center. Kendall misses a right cross that leaves him wide open to the counter, and Blood is going to take advantage of that with a left jab, but the right hook to the ribs does not connect. Past halfway point in the first round here. They exchange some strikes, but nothing quite getting through. And another combo that does not land. Blood is able to get a hold of Kendall. And he's going to take him down. So Blood's going to try and take this to the ground now. But it does not work. And he has control of the grapple, does Kendall. And Kendall's going to try and take Blood to the ground. And he gets him down. Kendall's going to stay tight to Blood. Just peppering him with short strikes, not going for anything too dangerous, respecting that submission game of Dangerous Darren Blood. He's going to take a few glancing blows from an elbow strike here. Kendall keeps tight, gets some short strikes in there. Blood from the bottom getting these elbow strikes to the top of the head. And that is the end of the round. I think Kendall won it. At least that's what I would have. We are back underway here in the second round. They come together and strike. Kendall lebs a left jab that the right hand is taken off the gloves. Blood comes in and scores with a punch. but and a left kick to the body. And they are striking. Not much coming together here for them. As Blood misses some strikes there. Kendall getting a good right hand in. Move again. Blood misses a right cross, and that leaves him open. Kendall attacks with a left jab and a low kick, but they don't connect either. Blood is starting to slow down a touch here in the second round. But they engage in center. Kendall trying a right hand, but it gets absorbed. Kendall showing some good head movement here as they come together. Kendall checking a leg kick. Counters with a jab and a right hook as they come together. Sudden bursts of strikes, but neither one of them getting caught. Kendall's got some really good movement here. He is avoiding a lot of these as he tries to get past the guard. Neither one able to get past the other's guard here as we are halfway through the second round. Blood hits a jab, but it is just weak here. A 1-2 from Kendall, not able to get through. As both men are now slowing down. They engage in the middle. Blood able to hit with a left jab and a right cross. A series of strikes here. Unfortunately, able to hit. Unfortunately, Kendall's series of strikes misses here, but Blood is able to hit 2 left hands on the counter. Bop, bop. Kendall throws 2 quick punches, not able to get either of them. Kendall keeps pushing for exchanges here, and Blood's the one who keeps connecting. And we are in the final minute of the round. Kendall coming forward again, but again, Blood landing the 2 left hands. Kendall now connected with 2 left hands and a big right in the middle here. Blood hitting a quick flurry, but not much else coming to it. Kick to the leg here by Kendall. They engage. Nothing doing as the round ends. I give that one to Blood, tying this up. Ooh. We are back underway. 2 fighters coming forward again. And they are both throwing, but neither's really connecting. Blood looking tired. It's coming in for a takedown. He is able to get it. Kendall's on his back and is pulling guard. He's finally got a successful takedown attempt as Blood. As the clock is running down, he's just being smothered here. Kendall unable to shift Blood off of him as Blood tries to pass guard. But Kendall's able to take advantage of that. They are scrambling for position. Kendall ends up inside control here, and he is firing away with punches, but not able to get through Blood's defense here. Kendall blocks Blood's attempt to get back to guard. Kendall is pounding away here, but Blood's able to deal with it. Blood again trying to pull guard, unable to get that done. As Kendall is not doing much here in regards to damage, but he is killing time and winning the round and probably the fight here. Blocking this attempt. Doesn't need to knock him out here, just needs to stay on top. And under a minute left. Kendall just calmly throwing punches here. Just wasting some time as Kendall just smothers out the round to a victory. Judges' scores being announced. All of them have it at 29-28 for Alan Flash Kendall. Decent fight indeed. That last round was kind of garbage because Kendall knew he had it won if he just stayed on top. Giving thank Alan Kendall. Praises his team at Strikeforce, his various sponsors, and the fans who came out to support him. He is then asked who he'd like to face next, and answers that Rufus Stevens would be someone he'd like to compete against. Get a drink before our main event here. Our main event of the evening is Mike Watson versus the Punisher Marlon John in a rematch for the Gamma, I believe it's light heavyweight Championship. Yeah. Be 5-minute rounds with Harry A. Bierce as the referee, Reginald Woodhouse, Milhouse Twain, and Edward Wilde, your judges for this bout. John looked significantly bigger than Watson, even though they weighed in exactly the same. We'll have to see if that affects his cardio for this long fight. Fight begins. Touch gloves. Show of respect. Jab from Watson, but John is able to catch a leg kick. And he is able to use that catch and try and take down Watson. Watson unable to stop it. We have a takedown in the first minute here. Watson pulls guard. John smothering here. Just smothering him. Minute of smothering him. Minute and a half of smothering. 2 minutes of smothering. Harry A. Bierce stands the two back up. Watson coming back to striking. But John's going to shoot in on Watson. Able to take him down. Watson pulls guard here as more smothering. Here's some smothering. Some smothering going on. Some smothering. So Marlon John able to win that round. But this is where I would just like to run down and be a wrestling promoter and just be like, no, Watson wins. Watson wins. John sucks. Hate him. That round, that action is terrible. John's going in for a takedown, but Watson taking the initiative, trying to keep him away with some strikes here. Watson with the left hand, but John's evading it. As Marlon John is now trash-talking Mike Watson as they circle around each other. Watson cannot score a single hit here. John clinches, muscles Watson against the cage, has him against the cage. Watson just has his foot stomped. And John is just pushing all his weight on Watson. And just smothers him with some dirty boxing. Just smothering him against there. Just smothering him before the referee comes in. Back in the center, Watson connecting with some nice jabs. And a right hook that may have stunned him. And then a spinning back kick to the chest by Watson. As he is just hitting the big leg kick. John, though, able to set up for a takedown attempt. It is successful. Watson's in guard. He is 3 for 3 right now on takedowns. And we got smothering. I have 20-18 right now, Marlon John. Some big strikes there, but not enough. Not enough. John trying to get in close, but Watson keeping him away with some quick punches. John able to use a left jab, getting away, able to get that in. Big right hook from Watson. And a big spinning back kick to the body. Watson now looking confident. Able to keep John away from shooting. Watson. Big 5 punches. All of them hit home. And then a nice straight right hand. Hits another big right hand. John is just taking some punishment right now. Watson, he just put 7 punches onto Marlon John, and he looks like it. He is breathing a little heavier. He misses his next exchange, and John is going to take advantage of that. Or is he? Watson is able to sprawl out, preventing the takedown. Halfway through the round, Watson connects with a nice jab and is able to hit a scything kick to the leg. Another nice jab and then a right hand. And another jab from Watson and a straight right. And then another right to the side of the ribs. Watson with a jab and a body kick. Watson is just peppering Marlon John right now. Final minute of the round. John backing up, trying to get something in here. But Watson able to get another roundhouse kick to the ribs. John's legs and ribs are just, they have to be screaming at this point. He tries for another takedown. Oh, Watson eventually gets taken down up against the cage, but time expires. I have to give that to Watson. What a round. Bell rings for round 4. We are in championship rounds now. And John immediately shoots in. Gets the takedown and Watson pulls guard. John now attempting to pass guard. No longer just content with smothering. And he is able to pass to side control. And he is trying to get some hands in there. Watson trying to transition back to guard, but unable to do so. John just trying to get some strikes in. Watson cannot transition to guard, but John tries a Kimura attempt here. Watson able to block it, but unable to pull guard. John inside control here, pounding away, but unable to really get any of these strikes to affect Mike Watson. Here we go. We get an arm triangle attempt here by John. Watson defends himself well, though. And still cannot transition into guard. John able to get some clean strikes in on Watson now. And that is the round. I mean, John just took, in my opinion, his third round. So unless this finishes, Marlon John will be our new champion. So we are here on the final round of this championship fight. Watson moving in closer, needs to strike. Oh, he caught him with that right hook. John's got him down. He's on the mat. Watson pounding away, looking to finish him off. And he is unloading with rights. And it is all over. The referee hops in. He knew he had to win it in the 5th round, and he did. Mike Watson, by a TKO, defends the title. Wow. Mike Watson gives a name check to everyone in Animal House, all his various sponsors, and then all his friends, family, and supporters. Mike Watson has the Gamma Light Heavyweight belt around his waist and celebrates having defended the title successfully. Wow. Hopefully that did well. Seemed to do okay. So do I get to give the awards for, I do. Yeah, Sorkin and Herringbone was fight of the night, and Sorkin able to, like, get that out in the last moment was pretty cool. That, I don't know, man. That knockout in the prelims was awesome. But, I'll keep it on Helio. I think that Kimura sub was sub of the night. Oh, no, that happened real quick. Never mind. PD Mac, definitely. What an awesome show. So I'm going to be back once we are done with the loading, and I will see you then. So we are back here. One of the things I like here is this cut from roster. It allows you to go through anyone who lost on the last show and just, whoop, cut them from the roster real quick. Bill Cumming sucked. Cut him. Owen 3 Cooper. And he got, I believe, knocked out in knockout of the night. But he is the number 20 welterweight, so I'm going to keep him around. Blood was good. Herringbone was good. Marlon John was good. Thought Shakespeare Oh no, Shakespeare lost. He is 1-4 in Gamma. He was 3-0. He's 33. He lost with one punch. So I'm going to let him go. I'm willing to let McNally stay on. Oh, Fierstein is... I guess he's... I don't know. I think he can go too. So they also have this recommended hires tab. Since we lost a super heavyweight, we should bring in a super heavyweight. A lot of these are old guys. I want to bring in Wally the Giant Bryant. Look at that man. I'm going to bring him in. I always delegate. I believe we also lost a heavyweight. I'm sorry. A light heavyweight. Let me see if there is people who we let go. No. Is there like a history of what we've done? Also, we should hype up the guy who is fighting at our next show. Where is he? Leremtov? Or... Oh, I don't even know who our champion is in this division. I am bad. Keen. Jake Keen. We'll do a medium hype here. And obviously, James Foster should be a high hype. Always. And I know we're going to have... Who's our champ here? Mike Watson just won. Start the hype for him. And our middleweight champion, I believe, is Matthew Dean. Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and say we should be hyping him to hell as well. Let's see. Is there anywhere where I can tell who I just cut? Maybe in news? Okay, so Bill Cumming. He was a super heavyweight. We replaced him. Or was he? He's a light heavyweight. I'm an idiot. So we need a light heavyweight. And a middleweight. This'll do. He's 26. He's only one less than that guy. And a middleweight. There's a lot of old guys here. We get Oleg Tadyevidiv. But I don't want to pronounce that a bunch. Maria de Souza is 36. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I want any of these guys, really. I guess if I'm going to take an old guy, I'm going to take the best old guy. And hope that he just jobs. Now let's see if there's anyone here who's like super worth grabbing. Yeah, Alberto Basota is the number 6 welterweight in the world. Should probably have him on our roster. I'm looking here. The way I'm looking at it is if it's not number 10 or lower, I'm not going to go out through the effort of grabbing him. And this guy I don't really want. So I want to see Ken Peters we should probably bring back. Cooper Richardson we should bring back, I suppose. Yeah, we made a profit so far, so that's good. All right, so just looking through here, I'm going to end the episode here. We will have another episode coming up showing off what will be there for February. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.